The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
But down south, Jerome Snyder's with us right now, folks. He's the owner of Pestmaster, Syracuse. And I thought about you a couple of times, Jerome, because they do have different bugs. As a matter of fact, I was outside in Savannah, walking around old Savannah, and I saw my first cockroach. I had never seen a cockroach before. But it was on the street.
That's how good of a job I do at your house, Tommy.
That's right. No
best advertisement. Thank you. You hear that, everybody?
What?
He's never seen a cockroach.
And I wanted to ask, why do they have cockroaches down south and we don't see them much up here?
Probably because of something bad they did.
They were big, man.
All over the country, it's different.
Yeah.
There's different fauna that are all over the place, and so they just have different things going on.
Boy, but those suckers are big and they're fast.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind of scary.
And they got some flying ones down there.
No, do they really?
They do have some flying cockroaches.
So do you have to be like a filthy person to have cockroaches here? I mean, to pretty much be a pig?
Anybody can get them.
Oh, really?
Anybody can get them.
You don't want to offend people.
You know, I would love to know, like, Wegmans does a great job. Like, you go to Wegmans, you're not getting that cockroach from there.
Right,
like, whatever their pest control program they have there, whoever does that does a great job.
Yeah.
But if you go to, a grocery store and there's something that came out of a warehouse from someplace before, someplace before,
shipped in, and
it's in there, you don't know, and then all of a sudden it's in your cabinet when you bring it home. So, they hitchhike pretty good, and they can come in on something, but.
And of course, down in New York City, they seem to have more of a cockroach problem.
So here in the city, they get them from the sewer. So there's American roaches, and those come right up from the sewer. And all the product in the world is not going to prevent them from coming up. So some of my industrial accounts, can't mention who they are.
Right.
Those are coming from the city. It's not like, they're dirty.
Yeah.
They're clean. But they are in the city. They climb their way up through, and then all of a sudden they're coming out of a sink and the 11th floor.
Well, sure.
So I've been on the top of a 11th-story building and looking at outside, looking down the pipe vents, and there's a roach 11 stories up looking at me.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, isn't it?
In the vent, and so you've got a treat from the top of that bottom down.
Have you seen the ones internationally, like the ones?
No.
They're like the size of a dog. They get really big.
Oh, the Madagascar.
They
You
get big.
can buy them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's fun.
Keep them in your house.
So I have a bee story, Tom.
Oh, I wanted to ask about bees too. You want to do your bee story first, or
we were. So I was walking the other day. I had my sandals on, and I feel, I go, ow!
Ankle biters.
So he got in my sandal, bit me on my big toe on my left foot.
Oh, wow!
And it was
definitely because of something bad you did.
Stung me. Better said. He didn't keep bite me.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with that? So if
you did something bad, and that's karma. It's called karma bug.
Would that be I mean, I know you can't tell. Would it be a honeybee? Would it be a wasp? What kind of a
grass?
I would wager that it was not a bee of any kind.
Oh, so what do you
really? I would
wager?
Wager that it was a wasp.
Wasp.
Usually we have yellow jackets here and other kinds of wasps, but I would wager it's not a bee of any kind.
So are ground bees wasps, and they just call them ground bees?
There are some bees that come in the ground. So there are some bumblebees that like to lay their eggs down in the ground. They're very tough to control because their eggs are down there and their new ones are hatching out. Those tend not to come up and sting you in the toe. They don't. They just kind of are foraging and looking for something to eat, and they might be defensive if you're around their nest.
Right.
But really, most of the people are getting stung. Most people are getting stung by wasps.
Okay, gotcha. Now, when we were in deep Georgia on this lake where my sister and brother-in-law live, we were at this really high-end club. They got this real high-end country club. I could not believe around the bar literally hundreds of bees, and they said they were honeybees, and they can't remove them, and they got these poor kids working with the bees. I mean, I'm not kidding you. Yeah. I wanted to take pictures of it, but suntan lotion, all that stuff, I couldn't get my camera to show you. But I mean, there must have been 200 bees.
So
what do you do in that?
Yeah, what can they do? Yeah, Jerome.
They said they couldn't touch them.
Yeah, Bug Boy, what do you do? Yeah.
This is great discussion. So aerial pests are really tough to control. Mm-hmm. They're really tough to control, especially wasps. And so people come up, and this is the line, right? And everybody's heard it. Do you spray for bees? Do you spray for bees? Do you spray for bees? Well, mostly we're not spraying for bees. We're spraying for wasps. And there are people who go out and do that. We do our best on that. When that wasp sets his nest, he makes a little pedicle. It's a little tiny thread, and it's a 1/4 inch long. And once he sets that, there's no pesticide in the world going to kill him unless you put the pesticide on him. You have to have a nest there. So we put out traps. This year we put out a ton of traps. We're putting out traps for years for carpenter bees. Now we're putting out wasp traps. They get 19 different species of wasps.
Oh, my
and if I can get them out in the spring and I can get the queen inside of it, there's no nest there.
All right, so your time is up.
Oh my goodness, that fast!
If you don't like
that bridge, I could have finished.
If you don't like spiders, snakes, possums, bees, ants, Jerome is your bug boy here.
You're uninvited guest.
And you're uninvited guest. Pestmaster.com, Syracuse, 598-4046. Right, Jerome? Sure. 598-4046. Pestmaster, thanks for joining us, buddy.